Hi guys, Drew's here. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is, obviously I just said it, my name is Drew. This is Drew's Ambitious Reading. And for today's video, I love filming these type of videos. It's one of my favorite TBR, one of my favorite videos to watch. And that's of course my November TBR, which is stand for To Be Read 2021. This is the second to last month of the year for 2021. So I got big plans happening for November and December. I found out today, actually, while I was listening to my audiobook, that I need to read 71 more books to complete my 2021 reading goal, which is to read 200 books in the year of 2021. Last year, I read 218. And this year, I think the reason why I haven't managed to reach the 200 mark yet is because I have 2 jobs this year, and I'm now teaching at my karate studio, and I'm also just busy with school. I have my college class that is killing me, and so reading has been kind of taking a back burner, but you can kind of see it over here. That's my October wrap up, which I just filmed, and then next to it is the 3 books I read for November so far. And oh my god, we are starting off on a good month, good reading month. I have a lot here to talk about, so without further ado, let's just jump into it. I'm participating in 2 readathons. I'm participating in like 20 book clubs. So yeah, I want to get started. Let's just jump into it. The first book I'm currently halfway through, and I'm really loving it, and that is Star Wars: The High Republic Into the Dark by Claudia Gray. This is kind of like book 2 in this series, I want to say. It's adult YA middle grade, I think is the order you have to read it, or it's adult middle grade YA. I can't remember what the order is, but I know I have to read this one next. And I'm really enjoying it. At first it was a little confusing just because there is a huge time jump in here, and I'm not really good with like time jumps or stuff to deal with time, obviously. But if you don't know anything about the Star Wars universe, I don't know where you've been the last decade. More than a decade, last 20 years, obviously, anyways. But this series is set before the Skywalker series, which is obviously like A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, all those. And we follow a whole swoon of new characters, and some of these characters I'm really loving. There was a character death in here that I was not expecting. That's all I say for now, but this is my current read, and by the time this video gets posted, I will probably be finished with this audiobook by the time this video goes up on my channel, just because it's not going to take me that long to read this much pages. I would say there's 100 pages or so left in this book, so definitely really enjoying it, and I think this will be a 4 or a 5 star depending on how this wraps up. But this is the first book I want to read in November. Then Lala from Books and Lala has her buzzword for each month, and her buzzword is the word lost. So I have 4 titles here. I'm not too sure about one of these, and that is The Lost Apothecary. I picked this up because my friend Heather and I was going to buddy read it, but I think she already managed to read this way before I did, and I think she really enjoyed it. I can't remember, but I know this has amazing magical realism in here. It says, a forgotten history, a secret network of women, a legacy of poison and revenge. Welcome to The Lost Apothecary. Sounds completely different, but sounds something I would love. So hopefully I'll get to it this month. If not, I'm okay with not reading it. I might just unhaul it. I'm so sad to say that, but I had this on my shelf since March and I haven't picked it up yet. Then I have one that I know Lala herself has read, and I can't remember if she loved it either, but that's Fragments of the Lost by Megan Miranda. This will be my first book by Megan Miranda, I believe. I don't think I've read anything by her, and I know this is her YA title, so I know this one will be very quick. This one, again, I don't know too much about it. I saw this at my dollar store, Dollar Tree store at my local area, and it was there for $1 for like a completely brand new hardcover, the sticker I added on just because that's how I can tell by what I need to read and what I don't need to read. Anyways, but I'm very excited for this. This will be my first book by the author, and I hear nothing but amazing things about her. Next I have is Keeper of the Lost City, book 4, Never Seen. I'm buddy reading this with my friend Lori this month. I am so excited. I've been waiting like almost a whole year to read this because I think I read book 3 either this year or end of last year, and I just remember loving book 3. So Lori just read book 3, and now she's waiting on me to finish my Star Wars book, and then I'm gonna jump into this one, I think. But cannot wait to see what this series has in store for me. And then another book I definitely want to get to for sure is The Lost Book of the White by Cassandra, Clare, and Wesley Chu. This one I'm buddy reading with my friend Taylor this month. We are all caught up on Cassie Clare, and this is our only well, Taylor still needs to read book 1 of the series, but I caught up with Cassie Clare this year, and I cannot wait to read this. This is the only unread Cassie book I have on my shelf, and I cannot wait to see what this one has in store for me. And then I got my November book of the month. I got 3 books. One of them I read from before and really enjoyed, so I want to check out her next book, and that is The Hunting Party by Lucy Foyle. This is the same author of The Guest List, and I really enjoyed The Guest List, so I cannot wait to see what this one has in store for me. This one is an adult thriller, so definitely diversing our reads. But yeah, I loved The Guest List earlier this year, so I'm excited to see what this one has for us. Next I got this book only because of the hype, and this just sounds everything I would love in a romance novel, and that is The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. This is getting super hype on Facebook, on BookTube, everywhere that I could see books being talked about. This is getting super hyped. A few of my in real life friends have read this and they really enjoyed it, so I cannot wait to see what I would think of this one. But yeah, this one just came out this year, and I'm super excited for this one. And then for their November pick, they finally had a YA option. I'm so excited. And this book sounds amazing. It sounds like everything I would love. I do have the audiobook checked out for my Hoopla currently, so I'll definitely be getting to it soon. And that is The Keeper of the Night by Kylie Lee Baker. This sounds everything. This deals with, it's half British Reaper, half Japanese Kemmerer. I'm so sorry. Ren's Garber has been collecting souls in the London streets for centuries, expected to obey the harsh heritage of the Reaper, who despises her due to her mysterious mother and even more mysterious main powers. Ren conceals her emotion and avoids her torments as best as she can. This sounds amazing. I know Beacon just put this in their October box. I didn't got the October box, so I'm glad I don't have 2 copies of this book. And then going into the book clubs that I'm participating in. First up, we have Jason from Easy Cat's book club. We have Jade Fire Gold. I was so excited when he announced the book club pick for this month because it's one of the books I actually own, and this is the one I got from my Owl Crate in October, and this is just stunning. This sounds everything I would love, and I read the prologue of this book when I was trying to decide what book I want to read next, and this one really caught my attention, so I cannot wait to read this. Jason has his live show at the end of the month on all his social medias. I'll leave it down below, and Easy Cat Book Club is what it's called, so cannot wait to join, and I cannot wait to see if I would love this one or not. Then my friend Jan from Jan Agaton, she has her Full Moon book club, and so for November she's reading Blood Like Magic by Leslie Sambrera. I have this on my TBR ever since I got it in June. I remember getting this book early and I still haven't read it yet. This back sounds amazing. It says, "To save my family's magic, I must destroy my first love. I never wanted to be a killer, but I am a Thomas witch. We suffer and we survive." Like, yes please. And then the cover for book 2 just got revealed, and it's even prettier than book 1, and I don't know how that happens, but it does. So I'm super excited to see what I would think of this one, and having it as a book club pick will definitely motivate me to read it. And then this one I'm nervous about just because I've read the author's Cursebreaker trilogy, and I wasn't a huge fan of how that one wrapped up. But we have Booksplosion is reading Defy the Night by Bridget Kemmerer. This is the first book in a new fantasy series. Like I said, it's the same author who wrote the Cursebreaker series. It says, a kingdom divided by corruption, the king desperately holding it together, a girl willing to risk everything to bring it all crashing down. It sounds like everything I would love. I got this from Beacon, so it's sprayed edges and it's signed by the author. So thank you so much, Beacon. And I cannot wait to read this one this month. And then I'm going to call myself out because I haven't read any of my own book club picks since May. May was the last book club pick that I've actually read and really enjoyed. So, Future Drew, if you don't know what to read your book club picks. So in June, we were supposed to read Cemetery Boys. Haven't read it. I started it, but I haven't finished it yet. Then in July, for crew reads, we were supposed to read Red Rising, or the whole series if we wanted to. Haven't done it yet. Then in August, we were supposed to read, actually, wrong one, Devil in the Device by Laura Beth Johnson, the sequel to Goddess in the Machine, which is only a duology, so I only need to read this one left. Then September, we read Gods and Monsters, but I haven't read it yet, and I'm so sad because I was anticipating this one a whole lot. Then October, we were supposed to read Beasts of Prey by Ayana Gray. Haven't read this one yet, but I'm very excited to get to it too. And then November, for this month, we are reading Kingdom of the Curse by Carrie Menescalco. Have I read it yet? Nope. And Charlie already read this book. Like, girl, come on. So I'm like mad at myself that I haven't read any of my book club picks yet. So I'll do a reading vlog of me getting into these books and reading them, and maybe that will help me motivate me to read them. Then I got a couple new releases on my hands already, or in my hands, I should say. So first one I had for quite a while, and I haven't got a chance to get to it yet, and that is You Reach Sam by Destin Teo. This one just came out yesterday, so I definitely cannot wait to read this. This sounds everything I would love, and I know my friend Emily read this and she loved it, and I cannot wait to see what I would think of this one. Then we have a book that came out yesterday, was All of Us Villains by Amanda Foodie and Christine Lynn Herman. Super excited for this. I know my friend Lori and I are planning on reading this one as well. And then our December book club pick for queer reads is Gilded by Marissa Meyer. This is a Rempton Skilskin retelling. That's so hard for me to say. This one I'm super excited for. I probably won't get to it in November just because it is the book club pick for December, so I definitely will be reading this in the month of December, but wanted to show it off on camera. And then I have Aurora's End by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff coming to me soon. And then I have Satanic by Brandon Sanderson coming to me soon. So many new releases that I wanted to get to, but I don't have them yet. Then the next book I am doing a huge group read of, and that is The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I'm nervous to tackle this, but we did a page breakdown and we're going to try and read 250 pages a day. I know that sounds a lot for some of you guys, but for me, I listen to my audiobooks on 2x speed, so I'm reading this and I am buddy reading this. My friend Linda on Bookstagram, she's hosting it, so I'll leave her Bookstagram down below. You should definitely go follow her. Very excited to start this soon. Don't know when I'll get to it, but I do have the audiobook for it. Next books are just a few books that I'm buddy reading with some of my friends. My friend Taylor and I are going to buddy read Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber, her new book. This is the Owl Crate edition. I love it. I cannot wait to read it. We both read Carval this past year and we loved it, so cannot wait to see what she has in store. Then I'm buddy reading Rise Up from the Embers by Sarah Rosh and Kirsten Simon, the final book in this duology with my friend Lori. We buddy read Steel Striker already, and we're going to read this one next. And then I don't know if Lori's gonna buddy read this one with me or if I'm just reading this by myself, but I would love to get to The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson. This is the third and not final, but third installment of the Mistborn series. I read book 2 last month and absolutely loved it, so I cannot wait to read book 3. Then a few new releases from October. We have one of my highly anticipated sequels, and that is Aristotle and Dante Dives into the Water of the World by Benjamin Alire Sans. This took me a minute to say the title because I'm still not used to how long it is. I cannot wait to read this. I love book 1. It's like my top tier book that I love. It's one of my favorite LGBT books, so I cannot wait to dive back into this world. I love what I did there. Did not mean to do that. It's pretty long, so I cannot wait to see what this story is all about. Then I have Jay's Gay Agenda by Jason June. This is a TBR jar picked, and there's a few other books that I kind of forgot about that was books that I bought earlier this year, so this is one of the new releases that I want to try and get to. Then this one just came out in October, and that is A Well Match by Jen DeLuca, the third and final book in the Well Met series. I always forget what book 1 is called. The Well Met series. I read book 1 and 2 last year, really loved it, and I'm gonna read book 3. Then I have a graphic novel, and that is Teen Titans Beast Boy Love Raven by Kimmy Garcia and Gabriel Pastillo, I believe is how you say it. This is the third and final installment of the series, so I'm so sad to say goodbye, but I cannot wait to read this one. I don't have to read this one, but I want to try and get to The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. This is one of the mini books on my top 21 list to read in 2021 type of list I have in my notebook. This is one of the ones I'm most excited for out of all the ones I have left, so definitely want to try and get to it this month. And then if I read book 4, I know we're going to buddy read the rest of the series because I have all 8 books from the series. So I know Lori and I are going to try and read all 8. So I have Keep in the Lost City, book 5, Lodestar. I haven't read 4 yet, so if I read 4 this month, I have book 5 in my hands. Another TBR jar picked was The Heart of Betrayal by Mary E. Pearson. This is the second installment of the Kiss of Deception trilogy. Read book 1 last year and absolutely loved it. Then I have The Witch King by H.E. Eggman. I'm so sorry, I probably butchered that. I cannot wait to read this. This has amazing LGBT rep in here. And I believe Jan from Jan Agatara has read this and she loved it. So I cannot wait to see what I would think of it. Then I have a new release that I've been dying to read. And I think my friend Taylor and I are going to try and buddy read it. And that is What Once Was Mine by Liz Braswell. This is the 12th installment of the Twisted Tales series. And it says, what if Rapunzel's mother drank a potion from the wrong flower? Sounds amazing. I know it's going to be dark, and I know it's going to be great, and I cannot wait to get to it soon. And then the last 2 books I got last month, I cannot wait for either. We have Within These Wicked Walls. I bought a finished hardcover at Barnes & Noble. This is the Reese Witherspoon book club pick for October or November. Can't remember what month. But this is going to be read this month. Super short, debut novel, and I cannot wait to see what I think of it. And then the final book on my TBR is The Prison Healer by Laneni Noni. I'm so sorry, I butchered that so badly. I'm so sorry. This sounds perfect. I read the first 2 chapters in here and I'm already in love with it. So this one or Never Seen will be my next read. And this is the final book on my ambitious TBR. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you read any of these books, let me know what you think of them down below without spoiling. And if you want to buddy read any of these books with me this month, please let me know down below and I would love to buddy read with you guys. Buddy reading is one of my favorite things to do. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget that, where's my copy? If you want to join Queer Reads, which is my book club, we are currently reading Kingdom of the Curse by Carrie Menescalco for the month of November. And if you love to join us, please let me know down in the comments and I'll add you to our Instagram group chat. So, Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. That's all the announcements and fun little things I have going on. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all have a great day or night. Be kind to one another, and please wear a mask so this COVID thing can go away. Love you guys. Bye.